Welcome to Remnant Online Followers. Please kindly subscribe. Thank you.
If our goal is to make a difference in our world, we must find out what is the secret of power. Today, if our goal is to make a difference in our world, we must find out what are the values that men must have in order to be approved, both of God and of man. And if we are thinking about making a difference, we must search, seek, and receive the wisdom that makes for preservation. If these three things are not there, we may hear it, but we will not partake of it. Everybody that made a difference in their generation made it possible through power. It's not about gender. Those are mental limitations. Don't think I'm a woman. Don't think it's because I'm young. Don't think it's because I'm old. In the corridor of impact, they don't ask for sex or gender. They don't ask for age. They ask you, by what authority are you coming? When you say, lift up your heads, O ye gates, they will not ask you, how old are you? They will not ask you, what is your gender? They will ask you, by what authority have you come? What you need is power. It's not gender. You don't have power, forget about making a difference. You don't have character, forget about making a difference. And if you have power and character, if you have no wisdom to create structures, forget about making a difference. That thing you are doing have no lifespan. You need sustainability. Every global move today prioritizes sustainability programs, sustainability offices, sustainability experts. They think through what is happening. They are not carried away by momentary victory. They are thinking about how to preserve that victory so that when you come in 20 years, the victory is not just sustained, but it's better. Because if it's about momentary glory, it's about momentary victory, the devil can come to crush it. So when we are talking about making a difference, we are not talking about possessing more. We are actually talking about utilizing what we have to begin to change the stories of men. What you have is nothing except as it makes a difference in another person's life. If what you have does not impact people, it is nothing. If you be dressed with diamond, it means nothing. If somebody is hungry and your life cannot impact that person, you and your diamond is a waste. If you have money in different accounts and in different currencies in different nations, if it does not affect people, it's a waste. If it does not change people, it's a waste. If you be powerful, if that power does not improve humanity, it's a waste. To make a difference is to create intervention in the lives of people so that they can come out of their troubles and from their sorrows. And so if you leave this conference and you are not conscious of the poor neighbor you have, it means this conference was a waste. If you lie on the floor and roll from one side to the other. If you leave this conference and the people working with you in your company don't feel the impact, it means it was a waste, even if a drum of oil was poured on you in the course of this conference. Because making a difference is to change the lives of people by creating interventions that take them out of their crisis. Sometimes we are too selfish to think about others. Every time we think about change, it's about us. But the reason God left us on earth is to create change in the lives of others. And so the first concept that defines a life that makes a difference is a life that creates intervention in other people's lives. The second concept that defines what makes making a difference is a life that projects values. Values that provoke transformation. Somebody can be poor and I can bring intervention by giving him food. Although I have provided him food, I have not really helped him because he may eat food, but he will still be a sinner. He may eat that food, he may still be a fornicator. He may eat that food and he may still be stealing. And so beyond creating material intervention, a life that makes a difference is a life that projects values. Values that are sufficient in potency to trigger transformation in others. So it goes to mean that when men look at you, they should reorder their lives. If they see the love of God from your life, they should learn to start showing love. If they see purity in your life, they should learn to start living holy. If they see uncompromising stand for truth in your life, they should stop compromising. Because not just because you gave them money or food, but this time around, you are giving them what is more than money and food. You are showing them a character that is superior to what they have. Because a man's value is not in the multitude of the things he possesses. You can change somebody's story from poverty to riches, but that person will still go to hell. You can heal a sick person, but that person will still go to hell. In fact, some persons you help and deliver from trouble will become tyrants oppressing other people. Did you not read the story? A man was forgiven of his debt, and the man went and caught somebody else who was indebted to him and threw him to prison. So he received intervention, but he didn't receive transformation. And so making a difference in addition to intervention also includes transformation. But the only way your life can transform people is when yourself becomes an example of what you say. Because the Bible said in Acts chapter 1 verse 1, of all that Jesus both began to do and to teach. Today, we are teaching what we are not doing. That's why our walls are empty. Don't tell anybody about love if you don't know what love is. Don't tell anybody about purity if you don't know what purity is. Don't tell anybody about mercy if yourself is not showing mercy. A thief cannot come preach to somebody else about holy living. And so it begins with character transformation. And that character is pushed into the lives of others. Because people will become who you are, not just what you say. This is why we have many churches, many pastors preaching messages they don't understand. Because the Bible said, thou shalt know the truth shall make you free. A man in captivity cannot deliver others. If I'm sitting on the ground, I can't lift anybody up. I will stand to lift people up. And the symbol of standing is the character of God that your life can mirror. And so making a difference is about building values and character. And then causing that character to provoke transformation in the lives of others. And so the next time you return to this conference, you are not just returning to this conference with your hands open to receive. You are going to be writing down the people that are transformed because you breathed oxygen for 360 days. A chief in a village may be hungry. So he will look at somebody with 5 black jeeps and call him Odogu and give him a title. It doesn't mean he's making a difference. What we are talking about here is deeply seated in the heart. And the God who tries the heart will try the hearts of men in order to evaluate them on the strength of the impact they have in the lives of others. And so, that people give you titles because they need something from you does not necessarily mean you are making a difference. That you have wealth, money, cars, does not mean you are making a difference. You make a difference to the degree that you engender intervention in the lives of others. He said, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, for he has anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. So what he called difference was his ability to change the status of the poor man to a wealthy man. Not just in the natural, but in the spirit. To bring deliverance to them that are captives. To bring hearing to him that is deaf. Sight to him that is blind. And to preach the acceptable year of the Lord. And so what they call the difference is not the power he has, is the change he is able to provoke in the lives of people. And number 2, what causing a difference mean is the value system that you build that engenders transformation. And so when the thief is delivered from prison, the job is not done. The thief must become a righteous man. Because if you deliver the thief from prison, the thief may cause crisis in society. So delivering him from prison is intervention. Advancing value to transform him is the major work. So making a difference begins from intervention and it enters transformation. You need power to provoke intervention. This is why, we need balance in our understanding. If you have character and don't have power, you can't engender intervention. Because people are not where they are because they want to. It's a power that kept them there. There's a power called poverty. There's a power called sickness. There's a power called death. And so if you want to bring people out of their condition, be ready to confront power. That's why Jesus was on earth for 30 years. He didn't open any deaf ears, because power had not come. It said in Luke 4:14, he returned in the power of the Spirit. And in Luke 4:18, he said, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. I had to receive power to bring intervention. If you don't have power, you can't make a difference. You need power to provoke difference. And beyond power, you also need character to engender transformation. You need spiritual power. You need economic power. You need governmental power if you will create a difference. And then you need the character and the virtues of God if you will create a transformation. It is power plus virtue and character that engenders a difference. And then finally, what it means to provoke a difference is to create structures that brings about sustainability. A man who does not have structures, programs, and systems cannot create change. He cannot make a difference. He may start something that looks good. Time will collapse it. Because it takes a lot of wisdom, strategy to create programs, structures, and systems. See, when God begins a project, in order to immortalize it, he makes it a system. This is why when Jesus was leaving the earth, he didn't give us Peter and Paul. If he gave us Peter and Paul, when they died, the move of God would have ended. He gave us the office of the apostle, the office of the prophet, the office of the evangelist, the office of the pastor and teacher. So when Paul dies, another apostle can rise. When Peter dies, another apostle can rise. If he gave us men, the program would have ended. But in order to immortalize it, he created a structure. He created offices. He created systems. And so anybody who wants to make a difference must come into wisdom, strategy, in order to formulate programs, structures, and systems. Why power engenders intervention? Why value engenders transformation? Structures provoke preservation. And so you need intervention, you need transformation, and you need preservation in order to make a difference. I prophesy over someone the power, the virtue, and the wisdom to create the three structures that makes a difference. It rests upon you from now.